The only true wisdom is in knowing you know nothing. I cannot teach anybody anything, I can only make them think. An unexamined life is not worth living. To know thyself is the beginning of wisdom. True knowledge exists in knowing that you know nothing. The beginning of wisdom is a definition of terms. He who is wise in the pursuit of knowledge knows that he does not know. Wisdom begins in wonder. He know thyself, for once we know ourselves, we may learn how to care for ourselves. Ignorance, the root and stem of every evil. It is not living that matters, but living rightly. I would rather die having spoken after my manner than speak in your manner and live. The greatest way to live with honor in this world is to be what we pretend to be. Not life, but good life is to be chiefly valued. Be as you wish to seem. Virtue does not come from wealth, but wealth, and every other good thing which men have comes from virtue. He is richest who is content with the least, for content is the wealth of nature. Beware the barrenness of a busy life. The way to gain a good reputation is to endeavor to be what you desire to appear. Love is the pursuit of the whole. True love is a kind of madness, but in its highest and noblest form, it is also the greatest blessing. The hottest love has the coldest end. He who is not content with what he has would not be content with what he would like to have. By all means marry. If you get a good wife, you'll become happy. If you get a bad one, you'll become a philosopher. One should not be angry at what is true. Be slow to fall into friendship, but when thou art in, continue firm and constant. Education is the best provision for old age. Employ your time in improving yourself by other men's writings, so that you shall gain easily what others have labored hard for. He who learns but does not think is lost. He who thinks but does not learn is in great danger. The mind is everything. What you think you become. Education is the kindling of a flame, not the filling of a vessel. I know that I am intelligent because I know that I know nothing. Understanding a question is half an answer. He who is not contented with what he has would not be contented with what he would like to have. Courage is knowing what not to fear. Justice means minding your own business and not meddling with other men's concerns. It is better to suffer wrong than to do wrong. No evil can happen to a good man, either in life or after death. He and his are not neglected by the gods. A system of morality which is based on relative emotional values is a mere illusion. A thoroughly vulgar conception which has nothing sound in it and nothing true. The soul is immortal and imperishable. Death is not the worst that can happen to men. An easy life does not teach us anything. In the end, it is the difficult times that shape us and give us strength. Be of good cheer about death, and know this is a truth, that no evil can happen to a good man, either in life or after death. To fear death, my friends, is only to think ourselves wise without being wise, for it is to think that we know what we do not know. Death may be the greatest of all human blessings. Death may be the greatest of all human blessings. The secret of happiness, you see, is not found in seeking more, but in developing the capacity to enjoy less. Sometimes you have to let go to see if there was anything worth holding on to. To move the world, we must first move ourselves. Falling down is not a failure. Failure comes when you stay where you have fallen. The secret of change is to focus all of your energy not on fighting the old, but on building the new. Envy is the ulcer of the soul. Employ your time in improving yourself by other men's writings, so that you shall gain easily what others have labored hard for. How many things can I do without? Contentment is natural wealth. Luxury is artificial poverty. The fewer our wants, the nearer we resemble the gods. Worthless people live only to eat and drink. People of worth eat and drink only to live. Thou shouldst eat to live, not live to eat. Philosophy begins in wonder, and at the end, when philosophic thought has done its best, the wonder remains. The unexamined life is not worth living for a human being. Beware the barrenness of a busy life. Busy is not always productive. Every action has its pleasures and its price. Let him who would move the world first move himself.